Have you sat there thinking about everything in life? Every plan, every worry, and every what if? And realized you are stressing out things that you can't even control. That was me. 3 years here in UK, missing home, and finally getting a chance to go back to India. I had imagined this trip for months, catching up with my friends, eating food that I was craving for, and having some naps in between. Yes, naps, because apparently I'm a responsible adult now. I thought I had it all figured out, but life had other plans. Respected contest chair and my dear friends, it was on last December 2025 I found myself at Heathrow Airport, a place where chaos feels professionally organized. Endless queues, people sprinting like it's the Olympics, and suitcases colliding like bumper cars. And there was me, dragging my suitcase, which started to feel emotionally heavier than physically necessary. Finally, I reached my seat, the engine started to roar, and suddenly my stomach filed a complaint to my brain. As we lifted onto the clouds, I started to imagine everything that was waiting for me back home. Catching up with friends, eating street food, late night parties, and me trying to not overthink at all. As we finally landed, I unbuckled my seatbelt and I screamed, "Yes, I made it." You know, the kind of excitement, relief, and nostalgia all at once. Yes, the adventure has officially begun. Once I was home, life reminded me of something, that nothing ever goes exactly as planned. Hotels were packed, streets were crowded, and traffic were like competitive sport. Cars, scooters, and people moving in ways my UK brain never could process. And what about the food? Everyone wanted me to eat constantly. So every few minutes, my relative came up with the food that I couldn't even realize. Saying no was not an option. So I suddenly started to feel less like a tourist and more like a contestant in a never-ending eating challenge. When I thought I have adjusted to all these chaos, something unexpected popped onto my schedule. That's none other than a dental appointment. Yes, I will admit I was so nervous because after 3 years here in UK, I completely forgotten how intense dental visits could be. So before visiting into the dental clinic, I researched about the prices. Here in UK, doing a root canal feels like a financial apocalypse. You won't ask, will it hurt? You'll ask, will I need a second mortgage for this? Back in India, when I heard the prices, I blinked twice. Doing a root canal, taking the wisdom tooth and medication. I suddenly felt like I traveled back to 2005. So the dentist asked me to take the chair and they offered me sedation. And what about sedation? It's like your body is in spa and your mind is like a hyperactive teenager that just discovered sugar. Everything feels slow, hilarious, and terrifying all at once. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, life is not like a trip to the dentist. Let me explain to you. Take the root canal. That's a long struggle that we all face in life. The kind that drags you, makes you tired, exhausted, and sometimes makes you wonder whether it will ever end or not. But when it's done, you will feel more stronger than you thought and maybe a little wiser too. And what about the wisdom tooth removal? They are like those sudden sharp pain that comes out of nowhere. Life throws surprises at sometimes and it hurts at first. But when you recover, you learn how to handle the unexpected better than before. And what about the sedation? They are those little things that helps you cope up with things. I won't say it will help and make the pain disappear forever, but it will help to make things bearable and go through the hardest part. Pain doesn't mean life is against you. Pain doesn't mean you are failing. Pain is what shapes you. The very first day I arrived back in India, I heard one of my close friends who fought two rentless cancers has passed away. At that moment, everything, the excitement of the trip, surviving the dentist, and all those carefully planned adventures felt small. You know, life in all those moments, whether it was a toothache, a root canal, or wisdom tooth removal, the kind that makes you sit still, bite your lips, and question every life choices, remind me of the same truth. Life works the same way. The things that hurt us, the things that scares us, and the things that always challenge us is what I have come to call the unexpected pull. You know, and when you look back at the things that hurted you, that made you stronger, whether it was a toothache, whether it was a dental procedure, or even a heartbreak, you will see life in all its chaos, its pain, and its surprises is nothing but the unexpected pull.